On to the business section of the news. Today in Corporatocracy is brought to you by A2 Hosting. If you are in need of a website, consider A2 Hosting. They have everything from managed WordPress, which I would recommend you never get, all the way down to your shared servers and VPSs, which are absolutely amazing. Definitely check out A2 Hosting for any of your web hosting needs. I use these guys for all of my clients, and it works very well. I have no real complaints about this company at all. And it is a great host. You have free SSLs and a lot of other perks, including the more that you pay on the front end, the longer your server goes, and the greater the discount that you get. So definitely check them out. And on to the business news. We just have a couple of business articles. First is a woman gets locked out of YouTube, Gmail, and Twitter for having the same name as a pop star. And here's the real kicker. The pop star is a kind of like a one-hit wonder Meghan Trainor. Now, of course, because of the craziness of marketing and social media in our days, even one-hit wonders stick around way longer than they probably should. But her name is Meghan Trainor, and she actually post-dates an artist of the same name who has had the social media accounts, the Gmail accounts, and all sorts of other accounts way before Meghan Trainor, the pop star, did a famous song. All about the bass, okay? Even when the pop star became famous, she tried to buy Meghan Trainor's domains, and Meghan Trainor, the artist, said no, because she had an entire career as a freelance artist doing these, including a fairly large Twitter following, a fairly large, her YouTube account she didn't use much, but a fairly large Twitter following, and she used her Gmail for actual business. So the pop star, it's alleged the pop star, nobody knows exactly who issued the complaint, but somebody started sending complaints to the social media giants alleging that this person is attempting to impersonate a pop star. And this is kind of a problematic thing, because if we look at all this, maybe they should have looked at all this and said, all right, here's the artist, here's this. Oh, the account creation name for the artist predates the pop star? Maybe the pop star is impersonating the artist. That's actually the way it works in copyright law. You know, if you write a book or something, you don't have to send it to the Copyright Office as long as you can demonstrate that it's out. So I don't have to send my books to the Copyright Office in the United States. If you take my book and you try and sell it yourself, I can still sue you for copyright violations. Now, I have to go in and register the copyright as a condition to starting the suit, but I'm absolutely 100% going to win because I came up with it first. Maybe we should just do the same thing for this social media, because it prevents an influential person like a pop star from coming over and destroying somebody's livelihood because they're too much of a silly, stupid millennial to sit back and go, oh, someone else can have the same thing. Now, again, we don't know for sure that the pop star is actually the one that tried to report for impersonation, but Meghan Trainor, the artist, still had to deal with a lot of headaches and potentially lost clients over this as Google locks her out of the account. And then, of course, you got to figure out all this kind of stuff and then do scary things like send Google your photo IDs. No, not happening. And so this kind of caused some issues and some problems. And the reality is this is one of these things that we need to look into because, you know, there are really a limited number of names and some people share the same last names. And particularly if the pop star and the artist have the same real legit actual name, you got to understand that that's a factor. Sorry, got to figure it out. Pop star, you are late to the game. You get Meghan Trainor 2 at gmail.com, you know? And then it'd be curious if one or both of these people were actually using a pseudonym, probably the pop star. Well, let's ask for photo IDs for both. Oh, I guess the pop star is impersonating the artist. Maybe we'll have to close our account down now. Just a thought. What do you guys think? Was Google and Twitter wrong for locking this person out whose account predated the pop star? What do you guys think? And is this something that maybe we need to start having discussions out on the legal matter of things to verify? On the category of businesses going a little bit too crazy, Amazon gives power to brands to remove fakes from the website. Oh, this is going to end so badly. This is going to end so badly. Literally, like, you're selling a product, you're not even attempting to fake it. You're saying, hey, it's an alternative too. Now the company come by and say, oh, that's a fake of my product. The company no longer has to report to Amazon for Amazon to do a look. The company can just take it down. This is copyright strike, Amazon style. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Holy crazy. Giving the companies the ability to take their competitors' products off of Amazon's site just because they're big is insane. Somebody has lost their ever-living mind. Somebody's lost their mind. And it's probably me. Oh, boy. Look at the copyright issues and how the copyright strike systems work on platforms like YouTube and things like this. You will see that this is a bad thing. This is not just going to be here to take down counterfeits, which is what it's supposed to do. It's literally going to be used by big corporations to drown out competitors. This is so anti-competitive. Maybe Amazon needs slapped in the face. Full disclosure, use my Amazon link up top if you shop on Amazon. But holy crap. This is going to end very badly. This is going to end very badly. Very badly indeed. The Amazon gives big companies power to remove fakes. Oh yeah, they're fakes. They're fakes. No, they're competitors. No, they're fakes. They're fakes. This is not going to end well. Yeah. Since we're talking about Amazon, no, I'm not interested in your crap. You have a crappy website already. All right, since we're already talking about Amazon, Amazon wanted to do a Amazon Go store in Philadelphia, and the mayor of Philadelphia came out and said, you know what? Not happening, Amazon. Sorry. So they went ahead and passed a law, which I believe comes in effect July 1st, so not too far, which basically says that there cannot be, outside of a few very, very weird exceptions, there cannot be a store in Philadelphia that is cash free. And it goes back to a law in Pennsylvania dating back to 1978, which was there to prevent businesses from taking it was to prevent businesses from catering to people who had credit cards. It was basically a discriminatory type law, because it turns out that as much as 26% of Philadelphia citizens are so poor they do not even have bank accounts, which is a sad state. Now, one of the things about Amazon is you can go and buy from Amazon with cash, but to use one of these stores like they put up in Seattle and a few other places, to use one of these stores, you can't use Amazon Cash for those stores. You have to have an actual real credit card linked. And this is a problematic thing, that Amazon has the ability to buy a limited number of things with cash on their website utilizing their gift card programs. However, that being said, we can't do things like Prime without a credit card. You can't use these stores without a credit card. There's other services that they don't let you use without a credit card. And so it becomes discriminatory in a way that certain people simply can't go in a store. It's like, and then of course the argument comes up and says, well, what about, I mean, you don't have to use that. There's other stores down the street. You can still go down there. The problem is that when Amazon starts to move into places, they tend to start shutting other stores down. Same thing like Walmart does. They start to shut other stores down. And when this starts to happen and becomes main place, the other corner stores won't be able to compete and may have to shut down. And now you'll be left with neighborhoods of people who don't have credit cards, who can't get anything, and they're going to have to go further or somewhere else to do what they used to be able to do, except Amazon came in and closed down their stores because they could. And so this is an interesting case where the mayor of Philadelphia comes in, puts this law in to basically say, sorry, Amazon, you ain't coming here. You ain't coming here. Unless you got a way to pay cash, you ain't coming here. So that's an interesting thing. Tesla, oh Lord. Can we just close Tesla down at this point? That would just be so epic. New York just put in a law that would give charging stations, they're like, okay, a lot of different companies are coming up with electric cars. So they put in a basically an incentive program for companies that will allow any cars to charge. Any cars to charge. All right. So you put any types of cars to charge, you get a government kickback for putting that in. It's kind of like a tax credit for if you put solar on your house to help increase the solar, solar power feeding into the electric grid. Same general principle. And it's a cool thing. Tesla wants to call this discriminatory because Tesla wants to come in and have their own proprietary systems. We won't get the tax breaks because we only charge ours. Go close down, you morons. And take your CEO with you. We don't need you. Oh my God. Oh, it's so discriminatory. No, Tesla, it's not discriminatory. Why don't you put other things on there to let other cars charge at your charging stations? You'll still get a little kickback, and then you'll get the government incentives. But no, you just want to be anti-competitive. That's why we just need to shut this company down. So Bravo to New York, hopefully they fight it. Of course, Tesla has this shallow argument that it's insane. Read the article. It basically says, hey, if you have a charging station that any electric car can charge, we're going to incentivize you to come here. Tesla doesn't want to charge any car. Tesla only wants to charge their car so they don't get the incentive. Now, Tesla's whining. They want the incentive too. Well, it's easy, Tesla. Allow any car to charge at your place. You don't like it? Leave. Leave. Just go. Just go. You can stay over there somewhere. I don't care. Oh, Lord. And onto our chief story. There's some questions about this that I have, and apparently other people have it too. So Disney is launching a new streaming service as allegedly as early as this month, March 2019. And with this, they basically said that the Disney Vault will no longer be open. They're basically going to close it down. Now, what this traditionally meant in the terms of Disney is Disney has always been able to sell a lot of copies of their movies because their movies were only available for sale for a limited period of time. So movie like Dumbo comes out. There's Mr. Dumbo right there. So Dumbo comes out, and if you wanted to buy Dumbo, you have to buy it during the period of time that the vault is open and you can buy the movie. So they are basically, it's a marketing tactic to create incentive to buy now because you can't buy it next month. You can't buy it next year. Today's the day you got to buy it. And it actually allowed them to sell movies at a higher price than other movies on comparable media. So basically what they're doing is, according to their CEO, when they get this launched, they are saying, we are going to stream everything on our Disney streaming service, so the Disney Vault is effectively dead. So what this has raised some questions of that I have not found solid answers to one way or the other is, does this mean I will not be able to buy any movies from Disney? Everything will only be accessible through the streaming service. Now, of course, they would like that because that basically means that you are a captive audience. Some people said they're going to try and milk this thing and charge a lot. Other people are going to come in and say, no, they're going to keep it, very comparable or maybe even slightly cheaper than Netflix and Hulu. I'll tell you, for me, I wouldn't watch a Disney movie again. I'm not streaming your crap. I don't believe in streaming services. I'm not streaming your crap. So if I can't buy your DVD, I guess I'm not watching your movie, And so this is one of these questions as the streaming service comes out. Now, it's kind of their way to control it, because if they never release things on DVD, then any copy of it that exists outside of their streaming service is an instant violation. Now, are they going to be having DVDs? That's a good question. I don't know. And this is the thing that nobody's really been able to answer. But they have said, a quote from their CEO, that the Disney Vault is effectively dead because the entire library will be streamable on the streaming service. I'm not going to be a customer of your streaming service. I'm sure there's other people like me. Now, of course, if you can't control your children and you have to be streaming stuff 24/7, then you're going to be giving Disney your money every month to prevent your child from screaming at you about wanting to watch Frozen for the 75th time today. I'm not sure how you can watch an hour and a half movie 75 times a day, but you know what I mean. Raises some questions. Do you think Disney's going to stop selling movies altogether? Or does this mean that, hey, maybe every movie is going to be available on DVD and on the streaming service? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. And before you leave, don't forget to check out switchtolinux.com/support if you want to learn how to support this channel. I keep that page updated with all the ways you can help support us. Also, don't forget to swing by shop.switchedtolinux.com if you want to pick up a mouse pad, a t-shirt, a coffee mug, or a bunch of other things that I have on the merchandise site over there. So thanks for coming along. Leave your comments down below, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Thank you for making it to the end of this Switch to Linux video. You can have a look at another video right on over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel or to Think Life Media, which is my own personal support page. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.